Here's something that I see more times than I would like to, and that, of course, is an area of a concrete stairway or a sidewalk where there is some type of dirt or debris accumulating at the bottom. And of course, you can see that with a little bit of water, maybe if it rains a little bit, you're going to have some soil erosion, forcing water on the hillside to come down with a little bit of dirt, and you're going to end up with something like this. Now, there's a reason why, and it has a lot to do with the way the stairway has been landscaped. And if you look here, you can see the sidewalk more than the stairway has a variety of different levels up against it of dirt. For example, here we have the dirt's almost even with the top of the sidewalk, and it wouldn't be hard to imagine planting a few plants or even a lawn in this area. If the dirt is level with the sidewalk or close to it, over time you're going to have the lawn starting to grow, should I say, grow larger, and a lot of that has to do with an accumulation of debris. So and I understand this isn't the best video, because if it was reversed and we had the sidewalk at the bottom of a hill, it would be different. We're looking at something here that probably isn't going to create the same problems as we had in the first couple of pictures. I understand that, but this is the best picture I could find with the variations in the soil where it affects the stairway and the sidewalk. In the next picture, we can actually see that the dirt's about 3 inches below the sidewalk, and that would be ideal. To me, 3 inches is perfect because, like I said, over time you're going to have an accumulation of debris in the lawn. You know, you're going to mow the lawn, and again, this would apply more to a lawn than it would to a group of bushes. You're going to mow the lawn, and then you're going to have some grass clippings and some fall in between the other grass. You're not going to be able to suck it all up with a lawnmower most of the time, and over time, this debris will settle down at ground level, and your lawn will actually raise. And I've seen this too many times, you know, so it's almost like we got to start a little bit lower, and that's the main reason why I made the video. Is if we could start a little lower with our landscaping around these areas, then over time it will raise, but it won't affect it as much as if you start at the top. If you have the dirt or the soil level almost to the top of the sidewalks or the stairway, and then you plant your lawn or your bushes, then you can see the problem over time as this area starts to raise. Next up on the list would be the slope here. And of course, like I said, this isn't going to be as big of a problem for the stairway as it's going to be for the sidewalk at the bottom end of the stairway, the driveway, and of course the street. So something like this, if you're going to plant something here, again, make sure that's a little lower than the stairway, and I'm going to leave that up to you. You know, 3 inches might be a little much if you didn't pour the stairway deep enough, which it kind of looks like it is in the picture here. Just be aware of the fact that there could be a problem with this area here, any slope areas. And again, if you could put some blocks or some bricks at the bottom, something to stop the erosion and prevent the soil at least from going out of the area or the lawn, the landscaping area, then you're going to be better off than, of course, the soil. Because let's face it, the dirt is what you want to avoid. You don't want to be out there with a broom or a hose cleaning all this dirt off constantly every time after it rains. This isn't what you want, and there are ways you can avoid that by lowering the area around the sidewalks and the stairway if possible. So let's take a look at the other stairway. Again, maybe now you're going to have a better idea what I'm talking about. If the soil, the lawn area or the plant area was a little lower around the stairway, or if the stairway was a little higher, or if the sidewalk was a little higher, then you wouldn't have this problem here. And again, you can always put some area drains in and stuff like that. You could do, but this is the whole point. This is kind of the reason why I'm making this video, is to make you aware of problems you could run into with poor planning. So if you're just going to go in there and, hey, this is how much dirt I have and how much concrete, and this is what I'm going to do, without thinking about these types of problems, you could be dealing with this for the rest of your life, or at least as long as you own the property. So again, I hope this video is helpful. If it is, let me know. Hit me with a couple of thumbs up, and we appreciate any comments. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comment area, and I will answer them as soon as I can. That way everybody gets to see them. If you email them to me, no one gets to see them. So leave them in that area if you can, if you feel comfortable. If it's a top secret question, then go ahead and email it to me in private, and I will answer it as soon as possible.